This program is supported in part by a grant from the Coronavirus Response Fund.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angela Sims. I'm a child psychologist and I direct the Children's Center, the Sarah T. Butler Children's Center for the Pastoral Institute. And I'm going to talk to you today about mental health issues in children and how you can identify those in your child and when and how to seek help. Okay, so this segment we're going to talk about learning disorders because again, we get a lot of referrals for learning problems, and parents will often start to see this, first, second grade, that the teachers are reporting problems at school. People like the teachers, the parents may be noticing the child has difficulty grasping concepts. They're not understanding things. They might be reversing their letters or numbers. Often parents will call about dyslexia. And to clarify, dyslexia is really just a reading disorder, but it may include things like reversing letters. It may include reading comprehension problems. It may include reading fluency problems and things like that. If the child is failing to make good grades and they seem to have normal intelligence, that can be an indication of learning disorder. My policy or stance with parents is to not test until children are 7 years old or older. And 7, 8 is a perfect time to test for learning disorders because reversals of letters and numbers is still fairly common prior to age 7. First, children have to learn that something is the same. So I'll take these glasses, for example, and if I hold the glasses here, they're glasses. If I hold them here, they're glasses. If I hold them here, they're glasses. But when we get to school, we start to learn that, direction matters. So one way, this might be one letter, this might be another letter. And so we have to learn that direction of the letters or numbers make a difference. And that doesn't get fully settled in for a lot of kids until they're 7. And prior to 7, you might be diagnosing a learning disability, but they might not really have it. So I usually wait till they turn 7 to do the testing. In order to do the testing, we want to look at what the teachers are seeing at school. So we do assessments for the school. We have the teachers actually do those through the internet now. We have parents doing an assessment. What are they seeing in their child? And then we have to do a full intellectual test because we've got to be able to establish they have normal intelligence, that there's not a problem with their intelligence. And then we do a test for the learning disability. And what we do is we compare those two tests, the intelligence test and the learning disability or achievement test. And when there's a difference between those tests, that can be indicative of a learning disorder. In other words, if the child has normal intelligence, but their reading is way lower than what we would expect or predict for that child, that would be an indication of a learning disability. And that would be why the child is not doing well with grades. Now, we often also go ahead and test and make sure, or at least screen for ADHD, because that can be what's going on with the child, make it look like they have a learning disorder, but they really don't. I see a lot of kids that have ADHD and they're not paying attention at school, and so of course they're not making good grades. But once you get them treated for ADHD, the grades start going up and we really don't have learning problems. So we do a lot of testing for learning disorders here at the Pastoral Institute. It is typically not covered by your insurance, but we do have a way to work out payments in terms of, full fee and reduced fee. And so all you have to do is just get a hold of us. We have a website where you can make a referral for yourself and fill out all the paperwork online and schedule an appointment. You can also get testing through the school system, and if you're in a public school system, you would just simply talk to the teacher and make a request for them to do some testing. And typically the school will do that if they're seeing the problems at school. Thank you.